Hello everyone, I'm SP, and a couple years ago I covered Attaway General. It was a TikTok med drama, and yes, it was as bad as it sounded. Oh no! Now 4 years later, the show is dead and gone, but its channel, Brat TV, is still up and running, creating other TikTok-y dramas. I'm never one to dump on perseverance, in fact I find it endearing. Today I reviewed a Brat TV program titled Couples Counsel. It's not what it sounds. I always imagined teenagers that were literally too young to drive attending couples counseling. I shit you not, that would be more interesting. But don't worry, the thing is still brain rotted to filth, so don't forget to like, subscribe. I'm well on my way to 1K, and your help is always appreciated. Now let's cringe.
This one has a little sweetness to it.
Alright, couples counseling, here we go.
Is it giving presidential?
Relax, it looks great.
I need to win this presidency
To get into Stanford after we graduate.
Jesus.
Don't worry, I know your steps to Stanford better than I know my siblings' birthdays.
I'm sorry, not all of us are third generation legacies at Brown with an acceptance letter practically waiting to be sent.
Before we do the freeze frame, that was so much exposition just now. A lot of exposition packed into the first 24 seconds. But whatever, here we go.
Gracie just doesn't get it. She's never had to worry about college, but I'll be the first in my family to even go.
Did you see Dash's latest post?
And while I'm worried with making your lives better, some candidates are more interested in making school as boring as possible.
He called me boring?
That's the worst thing you can call a teenager, is boring, yeah.
Dash Alvarez is my ex-boyfriend. He's also the bane of my existence. The guy assumes the world revolves around him, giving him whatever he wants, including freshman class presidency. But I'm not gonna let that happen.
Wait a minute, they're freshmen? I thought they were getting ready to go to college. Okay, that's me getting too invested in the story. Oh god, where was I? What was I going to say? Okay, they're freshmen, so they're very young. She's what, freshmen are like 13 and 14 with an ex-boyfriend already? Jeez.
I'm gonna win this presidency if it's the last thing that I do.
I think this isn't couples counseling for teenagers. I think this is student counsel, which if you ask me is a little less cringe. So I give them that.
Aggressive.
Assertive. Shows everyone that I'm not intimidated by Megan Pike.
Are you though? What? I would be. Your ex-girlfriend is smart, well-spoken.
I'm not.
You know you have my vote, and you'll have everyone else's vote too.
Dash.
Great.
Who the hell was
This
that?
is gonna go so well.
I'm gonna go.
Wait, who the hell was that? Dash.
You know you have my vote, and you'll have everyone else's vote too.
Dash.
Great.
See?
This is gonna go so well.
I'm gonna go grab some more posters.
I see you are finally
Was he the one that yelled Dash? Okay.
putting in some work on your election.
Just a last push, sir. I've been focusing on social platforms.
I've seen. But you really think posting memes on the internet is an effective strategy for your campaign?
Ladies and gentlemen, my father. A real softie, don't you think? Yes.
They're really piling it on with the exposition here. I understand, as a storyteller myself, you know, I write books and stuff. I get trying to explain, but like, you gotta make it natural. And like the literal stopping and looking at the camera is not working.
Yes, I do, sir. My friends pay way more attention on their phones than some silly posters on the wall.
I agree though. I do agree. I think school council, I mean not school council, I think using Instagram and TikTok and all that for your school council, quiet bunny, for doing all that to help run for, I don't think that's a bad idea. I'm just saying.
Those silly posters tell the students about the goals and ambitions of the candidate, not just so he can smile for the camera.
Right, but...
If you want to start being taken seriously as a leader, you need to take your campaign seriously.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, What's the big difference between their posters? I mean, hers just says Megan for president. His says vote Dash. There's not much difference, but okay.
Freaking Megan Pike. I bet he wishes she was his kid instead of me. But today, I'm going to beat her. Once and for all.
No, there wasn't much difference between the two. Look at the size of that classroom. There wasn't much difference between those two, but okay.
As president, would I guarantee the best snacks in our vending machines, but also work with teachers to eliminate homework on the weekends.
You know you can't control what's in the vending machines? Those are stocked by cafeteria staff who pick things that align with health standards, as well as exclude any allergens they know students have. Ever notice there's no peanut butter products?
Well, obviously.
Obviously, you have no idea what you can or cannot do as student council
God, the
president. I
acting.
guess you were too busy looking at yourself in the mirror to read the handbook that clearly outlines the perimeters of your power.
Did she really just say that? Thanks for the concern, but I know it's possible.
Really? Because you're never going to get teachers to agree on no homework on the weekends. As president, I would come up with ways to avoid academic stress. Ways that were not only beneficial, but actually also achievable. What? It's not my problem Dash is relying on his good looks and charm to get him elected. I won't hand him this election on a silver platter like he's used to.
The freeze framing, they're relying on it way too much, and they're not doing it in like a comedic way. They're just having the kids stop and look at the freaking camera and monotonely say something.
We get it. She's brilliant and capable, and that's attractive. If she weren't so annoying. Oh. Now she's really going down.
Ah, did you see the reference? Did you see the reference to Attaway General? Yeah. Go watch that video.
I'll remind you, I don't think this is a good idea.
I can't let him win. Showtime. Tell me, do these sound like the qualities of a good president? He might be the golden boy around here, but Dash isn't actually Mr. Perfect. If I remind them of that, maybe they'll realize I'm the better candidate and vote for me. This week alone, Dash has been targeted to class 3 times and got written up for talking back to a teacher. Being a bad boy might be attractive to some of the students here, but isn't a good look for president.
I don't know what's going on here. I don't understand what's going on.
Wow, you've been paying a lot of attention to my whereabouts, haven't you?
I'm just pointing out that we can't have a known rule breaker making the rules of the school. Care to explain yourself?
I'll go line by line if that works. Wait, I was tardy 3 times because I can't get to my English to biology class without sprinting. My biology teacher allows me a 5-minute grace period, but she's out this week, and the sub has been a bit harsh with the tardy subs.
Okay, well,
As for talking back to a teacher, Mr. Schneider was being a jerk, refusing to let this girl go to the bathroom. Finally, I told him I'll call my dad and
I'd rather see her in the background act or something. I don't know.
report him for endangering her health. Good try, Megan.
screw you, Dash. Oh, hey, Jasmine. Cupcake?
Yeah, sure.
Hold on, I want to hear that again. Oh, hey, Joshua.
Good try, Megan.
Screw you, Dash. Oh, hey, Jasmine. Cupcake?
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
Joshua.
sure.
Oh, hey, Joshua. I don't mean to dump too much on these kids' acting abilities. Like I said, they're all like 12 or 13, but like, I mean, there are fantastic actors that are children, so I'm not even gonna.
Everyone knows Jasmine Thomas is the most popular girl in school. If she says she's voting for me, it would swing in a ton of votes in my favor.
We have a problem.
What the heck? Oh no. Oh no.
It was way too easy to convince the lunch ladies to give me the piping bag and food coloring.
So much for a clean and fair fight, I guess.
I'll remind you, you play dirty first.
Ugh. One of my better ideas. Just remember to thank me in your acceptance speech.
You know I will.
Seems like this election is yours for the taking. Just try not to look stupid in the debate.
I for real have no idea what I'm watching. So for recap, he like poisoned her food, which I think is illegal. So
Hello, students of Attaway High, and welcome to this
I'm so over the word or the name Attaway.
year's freshman class presidential debate. This year, your candidates are Megan Pike and Dash Alvarez. Voting will be...
Hold up, what school can afford that? Look at the camera. The camera that he's
This
using.
year,
That's like serious equipment.
your
Okay,
candidates are
sorry.
Megan Pike and Dash Alvarez. Voting will begin immediately following this debate, so please make sure your voice is heard. Ms. Pike, what are 3 main problems you want to tackle as freshman class president?
First, setting my classmates up for success is my #1 concern. And second, I'd love to see more resources going towards mental health. And third, I want to organize career counseling and a career fair where students can get an idea of what they might want to do after high school.
Try hard. It's a shame someone so pretty is so boring.
And Mr. Alvarez.
School shouldn't feel like something you're just trying to get through. I want to make this a place people want to come. I'd also like to hear new club ideas from students to reinvigorate the extracurriculars we offer.
Wow, more fun and games. How original, Dash.
I feel like I'm starting to get sucked into this. If I'm completely honest, I'm not even gonna lie.
Ms. Pike, what do you have to say to that?
Dash sounds like a great president for some of the students at Attaway. While I'm worried about making sure we all have the resources we need to thrive, he's worried about making sure his friends are having a really good time. But some of us aren't here for a good time. We're here to give ourselves the tools we need to succeed in the future. If you think high school's the best it's gonna get, I feel sorry for you.
Well, it's student council, not the White House. We're not here to change lives.
I'm not trying to change anyone's lives. I'm just trying to make it easier for everyone, not just the select few who can afford to goof around all day.
You're trying to imply that because I'm popular. I don't take anything seriously. That everything is easy for me.
Oh, my brain is actually starting to hurt watching this because it's not like it's bad. It has good bones. I'll give them that. It has good bones. I think Attaway General was just bad in general. Get it? General? No. I think Attaway General was just bad. This is just high school, you know. It's not a bunch of teenagers trying to be doctors.
Well, isn't it?
No.
Funny, because that's certainly how it looks from the outside.
Did you ever think maybe things are easier for me because I'm not a huge snob all the time?
I'm not the one walking around with a superiority complex. Your first act as president would probably to make them install a red carpet from your parking spot to the front door.
Oh, no, don't
Whose
give me
parking spot?
ideas.
That's enough. This debate is over.
What just happened?
I came to find you.
I cannot believe I just let that happen.
It was quite the show, I'll say that.
Be honest. I lost the election, didn't I?
Luckily, Dash came out of it looking just as bad as you did.
I can't believe I let him under my skin like that. I shouldn't have let a guy like Dash Alvarez have that kind of effect on me. It's embarrassing.
I promise, it wasn't as bad as you think it was. If anything, it made you more relatable.
I know you're just trying to help me.
Is it working?
Kind of.
Okay, so I'll give them that. This was actually pretty good. It was actually not bad. I think because they dropped the whole freeze frame thing for like 5 seconds. And it actually turned out, like I said, not that bad.
Look, one bad moment doesn't mean you've lost the election. But giving up does. You just have to go back out there and show people that you aren't humiliated at all about what happened.
Thanks, Gracie. At least when all this is over, I'll never have to think about Dash Alvarez ever again.
Licking your wounds? How'd it look on your end? Like you lost your cool and fought Megan Pike over school policy? That bad? What happened up there? I would have thought you were used to Megan's taunting by now. I don't know. She just irritates me. Still, I probably shouldn't have provoked her. You did what you had to do to win. You still want to win, right? Of course. And when I do, I'll finally be free of Megan freaking Pike for good.
It's like Disney Channel, but on the internet. Which isn't inherently a bad idea. But also just showing us who everybody's voting for.
So, how are you feeling?
Like my entire future's on the line.
I think she's the worst on the show. Again, I don't mean to be so mean about kids' acting ability, but like I think she's the worst.
You know, Stanford will still accept you without all this, right?
Maybe, or maybe not. I'm sure everyone in the Stanford freshman class will have been their school's president.
Well, looks like the voting's
The girl in the background.
officially over.
I know that I'd be a better choice than Dash because I know what my classmates actually need to make their lives better. He just knows what sounds like a good time.
She thinks she's the only one who needs to win this, but she's wrong. I'm gonna prove to my dad that I have what it takes to win.
And now, the results of this year's Student Council election. Your new freshman class
I can already see where this is going.
treasurer is Trevor Day.
I haven't even seen Trevor today.
That's actually not what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be a tie. So, that good for subverting expectations.
Your new freshman class secretary is Gracie Lewis. And your new freshman class president is Megan Pike and Dash Alvarez.
Wait, before we get back to the I told you so. I misheard earlier, I'm just saying. But now as I was saying, I told you so.
What the heck?
Thanks, but no.
This will never work.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, there has to be some sort of mistake.
Obviously, we cannot work together.
Yes, you will. Because there was
Oh my god, you don't know, he's the worst.
a tie, and the rules state that in that case, both of you are elected as co-presidents. Is there a problem with that?
No, sir.
Looks like you two are going to be spending a lot of time together.
Alright, that's enough of that. I'm not in the mood for coming soon. Well, there's that. I watched 11 minutes and 20 seconds of this. What do I have to... What is my final remarks? It's not bad. You know, it's very... I would rather my kids watch this Brain Rot than Coco Melon Brain Rot, because for some reason 11-year-olds are still watching Coco Melon. I don't know. But like I said, it's not awful. I think Attaway General was much worse because it was actually one of the first shows, I think, on this channel, and so it was earlier, so they didn't know what they were doing or know what they were looking for. Now it's like they have a bit more of an identity. So actually, I give them props. This wasn't as terrible as I expected it to be. I was thinking it was going to be like kids and couples counseling, which that sounds terrible. Anyway, it's still got a little bit of too much kids and dating, which I've always found weird, but whatever. Honestly, I went on expecting a full-on train wreck. While it wasn't hilariously awful like I was expecting, it still left me wondering, who is this for? High schoolers? Not so much. Middle schoolers who think they're adults? That sounds like the demographic here.